Good evening, everybody. We are back for some more Life is Strange tonight. I'm sorry we had to abruptly end the stream last time. Obviously, some of these technology things are going to happen. You can't do that much about them. But with any luck, we will be concluding episode 2 tonight without any further interruptions. Now, as tempting as it would be to go into episode 3, it is also rather late. And because it is sort of a stream of opportunity, I need to appreciate that not everybody who probably wants to see this game is going to be able to tune in. So I'm going to talk in the opening menu for a little bit, actually. I think probably it doesn't hurt to do a quick refresh of my browser just to make sure all my settings are where they need to be. But yeah, so it will be a bit of a... a shorter cast, I think, but I hope it will be acceptable for everybody. One thing that I noticed on here, they talk about Life is Strange Season 1, which interests me. I'm not quite sure. So a lot of the way people talk about this, especially when they say that they didn't care that much for the conclusion, I sort of had the impression that there were a number of things that happened in this game that were quite final. I haven't had any spoilers, but just there's kind of a way that people talk about the choices and the just the overall sort of thrust of a story that sort of leads you to believe, like, I don't think everybody who we know is gonna live. And this is nothing to say in a video game, right? Like, life is very, very cheap in a video game, but I'm going to assume that there are some pretty actually, okay, so I don't even know if this will count as... My guess here is there's going to be some point where we go back to that scene in the bathroom. I don't know if it's going to be a decision as to whether or not we make Chloe... I think it is Chloe, right? I don't know if it's going to be so far as if we need to decide whether or not Chloe lives or dies again. But it seems to me like the way that a story like this works is you're going to need to go back and revisit some pretty important decisions. I think one of the best things that they'll do... Hey, Jesse Quill! Thank you very much for that, host. And to everybody who watches, Jesse... Great, thank you, Jesse Quill. So yeah, I don't know if it's what... Like, I think when you're doing a time travel story like this... Hey, Satan can beat up Jesus. Oh my goodness, it's one of Jesse Quill's, like, proper followers. I've kind of assumed that I've burned all of my bridges with Jesse Quill's community, so as much as I think she's an absolutely wonderful caster, and you know what, we're nice and early on, and I do want to take a little while to let everybody have a chance to get in and not miss too much of the episode, let me just take a moment here and give a proper shout out to this lovely lady. In fact, I'm going to alt-tab out even though it means that we're going to lose some of that music. But Jessie Quill is a wonderful caster. I talk a lot about her job, but I think one thing that's really fun, and it's always sort of nice, this is one of the greatest features of her cast, is her diversity and her talents as a caster. So where I, attempted to do the creative cast and then was promptly banned from Twitch for reading history, she has gone into the creative sphere and has not been eliminated from casting. So she's been doing, first of all, actually one of the really nice things was she decided to do a creative cast of all of her, like her sub rewards, which were great. Yes, I was Satan could beat up Jesus. I was given a 24-hour ban for, now the terms of service have changed to not allow you to read books on stream anymore, but before this was the case, my channel was banned for 24 hours for reading history as part of my Crusader Kings 2 streams. And the way that the dispute system is set up is that they will actually extend your dispute if they don't think like it's a good enough reason. So it's basically a system designed to stop people from contesting unjust bannings. And if you get 3 strikes, then you're out, basically. So it's one of the reasons why I don't actually like Twitch that much as a platform, but it's where the people are, right? So I just stay where I do what I can. Excuse me. I do what I can here, and I just kind of take the view of this is why we can't have nice things, and like I do my fun stuff on YouTube. So like I'm doing my Dark Souls 2 stuff. I'm gonna start doing some econ things on YouTube, and then I'm actually gonna start doing some readings. There's actually an idea I wanted to run by Jess on readings, but I'll maybe not have that conversation in public. But in any case, I always keep talking about how she has a gift for broadcasting, how she has a talent and an ability to connect with an audience. And I did want to say hi, Phantom Klepto. Sorry, I didn't want to let Jesse Quill's introduction go too far off the rails. But, oh, lovely Phantom Klepto. I still need to get through number 2. But, so I always like to talk about her ability. I like to talk about her ability to show this diversity and kind of have her I think her skill as an entertainer is sort of self-evident. Anybody who sits in her cast is going to know that. But to see her just take on these totally different projects and do them so well, I think really is a testament to her ability. And so she's added the creative cast to another one of the many abilities that she has. So I don't know, it's and the other thing too, right, is that she's able to talk about real life things. I mean, this is something that once upon a time I used to do. I don't even really know if I talk about real life things anymore on my cast. But, I definitely enjoy talking about the game. I definitely like talking about how it relates to real life things or just to my studies or things like that. And Jess has been doing this much longer and much better than me. She's really one of the people I look up to on Twitch. I'm very proud to call her a friend. And I feel like I could continue to mod and watch her casts, and I would still only be capturing a fraction of her ability. So I guess the other thing I can say too is she's incredibly tolerant of my extremely brutal behavior to her community. I mean, I do mod, but I certainly push the limits in terms of what I can get away with in modding with them, and a lot of it is in good fun. But I think it's also very important to have a sense of humor, and she's been very tolerant of my nonsense. So, oh. Very interesting, Jesse Quill. I can't wait to read that sentence then. All right. What else is there to say? I mean, you have the link in there. A lot of you already know her. A lot of you already see her through your great content to react to. Excellent. Well, I'm glad for that. As long as I can continue to troll for you, we'll be good. Hello, Time Bandit Code. Good to see you again. I think we're probably ready to go. We've got 9 people in the channel right now. I think everybody who wants to be here and can be here is going to be. So let's jump into the game, and we are going to be picking up partway through episode 2. This is basically where the cast abruptly ended. So there's probably going to be a little bit of repetition, but let's do as best as we can. And of course, to all of you who are lurking in chat, welcome. Thank you for being patient while I let it run by. We're about 10 minutes into the cast now, so I think that's wait enough. Oh yes, we were picking up beer bottles in this exciting mini-game.
Is this a race?
Keep up.
How many times are you going to get pissed at me this week?
That depends on you, and how well you do in this phase of the test. Welcome to American Rust, my home away from hell.
Raw and rough. It suits you.
Max, do you know how awesome this is? I get my best friend back, and she's also supersized.
We don't know for how long.
Exactly why it's time to have fun.
By the way, for those of you interested, this stream is being fueled with a
David might be a douche, but you did steal his gun. Is everybody armed in Arcadia Bay now?
Only the ones who shouldn't be, like Step Dildo. Until now.
I'm not in the revolution yet, Che.
You are the revolution, Max. So we should figure out how to best use and abuse your power with a test. Drink?
Yuck.
You are so cute. You haven't changed a bit. Okay, let's do this. Can you find 5 bottles while I prep the shooting range?
Beer and guns? Nice combo.
You can handle it. Now go find us 5 bottles, pretty please.
Beer and guns. Yeehaw! Alright, anyways, as I said, this stream is being fueled by Red Bull, the Summer Edition. Kiwi Twist Artificial Flavor. It's actually not bad. Last Summer Edition I had was disgraceful. Chalk isn't as good as women as you are, Satan. I don't think anybody. I don't think anybody is as bad as women, bad with women as I am.
Those shells look fresh.
So I was just thinking, this is one thing that I struggled with a little bit at the very beginning of the playthrough, which was clicking down and moving up, and then it occurred to me that if this is intended to be played on a console, then this is basically what the what's going to be like the twin sticks is probably what this is capturing.
Oh,
so
gross.
not exactly.
So disturbing to see old syringes on the ground.
Hey, Barbosa's padlock. But yeah, so I mean, this is probably very obvious to people who play consoles, but I haven't.
Has its own tale and history.
I haven't like played a console since the original Wii. Pepsi Cola 1893 original Colt.
Aw, poor thing. They left you here all alone.
Is that 1983? Alright, how do I get up on the boat? Ah! So somebody disguised. Alright. Well, I have a feeling that that Proboscis padlock is actually somebody that I know in real life, but I will not identify them unless they want to self-identify, at which point I will very happily give them one of the patented System Shock style introductions. The rest of you will just have to wait mysteriously. But yeah, anyway, so for somebody who hasn't played, played a console except for basically the Wii, the original Wii, and this is what I used the plank for.
Way heavier than I thought. Ugh.
But by the way, I will say it's absolutely fantastic to have you in here. I hope you enjoy yourself, and I'm slightly dismayed, so I will let you know that a very good friend of mine
Hello, bottle number 1.
in my
One more to go.
Hey, Mecha Fanboy. I am reasonably well. It's getting a little. I was gonna say like the term has calmed down, but then some of my research is getting a little intense. So I am trying to sort of find a balance between these two things. But I do want to get some streaming done. I've been having a lot of fun with the streams. We finished LA Noire. We did a little bit of Stellaris. Had the biggest turnout for the Stellaris stream. And there's a bunch of stuff that I have sort of in the hopper that I really want to put on cast for you guys. But this game has many endings. You enjoyed your playthrough. Okay, great time Bandit Code. I'm looking forward to setting it up for everybody.
Although this junkyard is a dive, I see why Chloe hangs here. She's a steampunk. It actually feels like Chloe and I are kids again. We're hiding out and plotting our future. Despite all the chaos and bullshit, I feel so giddy hanging out with her again. So happy. Like we've both gone back in time.
So anyways, my good friend let me know that apparently there is somebody with both my voice and mannerisms at a place I used to work, which means that I am going to have to find this doppelganger and kill them.
The Bigfoots were here.
Lest they start streaming or otherwise kind of start cutting in on my territory. So please consider that this is not a confession. This in fact cannot be admissible in a court of law whatsoever because I said so. But, just so you know, stay off my territory.
All this rusted metal makes me feel serene. Am I morbid or just goth?
Yeah, thank you for saying so, Jesse Quill. I mean, I was talking a little bit about where I think the game is going, but, I don't know, This
This
we're
looks like
living in a
graffiti
dictatorship.
museum for Chloe and Rachel. I bet I can find out more about Rachel. They would
You want
have
a
gone
double chalk
all the way
stream?
to Los Angeles for a rave. Looks fun.
Psychedelic Apocalypse, man. Started Saturday, August the 12th, 2013. DJ Tony. Oh yeah, actually, I guess it's not really. I guess psychedelic is a hippie thing, but you know, DJs are decidedly not hippie. It's very bro. So it's like DJ Tonio, DJ Nano with Derby Girls and Laser Light Show. Bud Light living, man. Twice the sassy sassiness. Can anyone handle that? So, you want double chalk for other reasons, but the stream is fine too. Whatever do you mean, milady?
So Rachel did go to a Vortex Club.
They create a black hole.
This flyer is dated right before she disappeared. I want to die. Jeez. Who wrote this?
See, I don't know. I've always had the impression that if I ever met myself, I would like get into a fight with me.
Boom. Only 3 bottles left. Ouch.
So, and by the way, guys, for those of you who were not here last time, hey, Sir Venzone. All right. You, yeah, I love how enthusiastic Jesse Quill says, oh, absolutely, yes, you would hate yourself. Like, you're a thoroughly unlikable individual. You have no idea how much you would want to kick your ass. All right. I owe you. Thanks for today. I'll call you back later, okay? I swear. No problem. You're still going to have to tell me your big secret. Equals Keck. What's up, Max? Hey, I'm busy right now. TDYL. Is Dr. Graham in the house? Serious science question. I make house calls for you. What up, pup? Puts on serious science face. What do you know about relativity, wormholes, and time travel? In the octagon? Jesus. So now I'm Doctor Who or Doc Brown? For what class? I never got any cool time science homework, and I know this shit. I'll explain in detail later if you actually help me. Like time, my texts are infinite. Ugh, full fedora on this one. Plus I have unlimited messaging. I'll make you a list of essential books and websites and movies. I'm intrigued by your new interest in science. You know I like sci-fi. Just think hard about it, Kay? Hit me up anytime if you have other questions. I'll be in the TARDIS getting my DeLorean ready. And no worries about not going ape with me. Though it would be cool to take a road trip in the new wheels. I'll just drive in circles around town. I'm sorry, Warren. Hard week. I still owe you. Yes, you do. Let me know if you change your mind. Winky emoji. What if Max rewound time before she was born? Well, she's limited in her ability on this one. They actually explicitly deal with that inside of her journal, where she talks about having to get a little bit, give herself some like time travel exercises to get better at it. But as I was saying, guys, I'm rushing a little bit through this material because we did a lot of it last time.
That could have been me instead of Rachel.
It is reading that you hear Satan could beat up Jesus. Please don't report the stream.
I can't see Chloe playing with makeup. Rachel songs.
That kind of hurt. Maybe it's a significance I don't understand because I'm not a human being, but...
I don't want to intrude, but I was here. Now we're officially a trio. We just have to find Rachel.
I mean, it's obviously Chloe and Rachel here, but I'm not entirely sure what the deal is with that kind of hurt. Maybe it's a significance I don't understand because I'm not a human being, but...
I don't want to intrude, but I was here. Now we're officially a trio. We just have to find Rachel.
The wall will remember that. So yeah, this is the one thing that I'm always a little, I don't even know if I'll say confused about in a game like this.
This is the scariest thing here.
But sort of the finding the bottles mini game inside this,
I wonder how many generations of fashion went through that washing machine.
there is, so you have like this, you have this little shed which is sort of dedicated to Chloe and Rachel. And in that sense, it's a little bit of important information that you want to communicate. And so doing a little bit of a hunt for bottles
3 down,
is...
2 more to go. Talk about finding a bottle in a haystack.
And so in this case, you know, you're conveying a little bit of information without like railroading some. Well, I mean,
wonder
you're.
if Chloe thinks about her father when she looks at all these smashed up cars.
I mean, you really do only have one option. Like you are forced to go through that experience. But at least in this case, like you have a certain degree of interactivity rather than just like sitting down and watching a movie.
Wowzer. That looks exactly like the same doe from my tornado vision.
It's my spirit animal.
That doe is the perfect photo op.
But yeah, so it's other than that though, like it's a little, I'll admit, like walking around searching for a bottle in a Kite 260. Thank you so much for that, host. Music, and I'm gonna just take a minute here to bring up the tablet so I can not cut out the sound. You all can enjoy the wonderful look. I will say, actually, I really like the look of this game. Obviously, when you see something like the Unreal Engine or that, you sort of think about, you know, and I'm gonna just take a minute here to bring up the tablet so I can not cut out the sound. You all can enjoy the wonderful look. I will say, actually, I really like the look of this game. Obviously, when you see something like the Unreal Engine or that, you sort of think about, you know, like Mass Effect or, you know, or something like that. Usually either a first-person shooter or something, you know, very sort of photoreal. Hey, Kite, great to see you again. Thank you very much for that, host. I'm going to be giving you a shout out very quickly. I just don't want to interrupt the audio for the game. But, you know, in this one, it's nice. I mean, the only thing I would maybe say is that the hair in this kind of looks like everybody's wearing a really, you know, unique set of helmets. For the Canadians here, or anybody who bothered to take a look in Canadian politics, it actually looks a lot like our former Prime Minister, Stephen Harper. Like, all of the hair just looks like this helmet that's stuck on a human being. But it's a really nice visual style for this game. I really like it. And again, this is one of the big things. I think there's a very strong tendency for games to take like a very high quality engine like this and then just try and, you know, shoot the lights out as far as visual styles. But I really like it when a game sort of commits to a particular look and takes it through to the end. So, or maybe it wasn't, you know, such an obvious option for Life is Strange. Like maybe they just didn't have the budget for photoreal. Maybe they just weren't interested in it. A game that centers around photography, it's actually particularly interesting because when you look at the photos in this game, they all look like illustrations, and like overtly so. So the photos that you take in this game are not like, they don't look like photos taken in that world. They actually look like somebody drew them, which I thought was another very interesting decision. All right. This is the longest Kite's ever gonna wait for a shout out, and it's on like the least meaningful stream. I actually need to give a special shout out for Kite because he gave what are probably some of the best compliments I've ever received on his stream the other day. What was it that you said? So you said, he said, he called me, I think he said, I'm like Deadpool except academics instead of swearing or something like that. And then oh god, he said something that like made me kind of like just want to rush into a room and like, you know, be, you be embarrassed for a little while. I think he said something like, it's like you took LA Noire and just like made it so much more than it ever could have been based on the playthrough. Like, it was something where I was like, oh my god, I do not deserve a compliment like that. So, I mean, I already say that Kite is one of the nicest people on Twitch TV, and it's absolutely true. He's one of these viewers who has supported so many streamers that I like. It's Jesse Quill, it's Clara, so many people who have really sort of started me off on my streaming journey. And he does it so selflessly and so consistently. But on top of that, everything that you've seen from this guy inside of chat is right up there on the screen as well. So, I gave a one. I'd like to say another reason to check out Jessie Quill. She's a wonderful streamer in her own right, but I also think Kite deserves some attention as well. And certainly two very different personalities on Twitch, and two. He's like Deadpool, but less swearing, more analytical. Thank you, Jesse Quill. But yeah, these are two people who absolutely make my Twitch experience. So, all right, let's sit up. Or stand up. Can't wait till this game is ported for Linux. I had no idea that it was coming to Linux.
Where to find bottles? Maybe in an old refrigerator.
Oh, I'm sorry, game. Am I taking too long for you?
This was an old school punk shirt.
It sounds like a pretty apt description. Oh my goodness. Now I guess I'm going to have to go watch Deadpool. You thought people were complaining that some of the animations were rather cheap seeming at some point, although you think this is back in episode 1, so I'm pretty sure those complaints are gone. I mean, I don't know. And the other thing too is that the like, again, a game doesn't have to shoot the lights out in its visual style to be good.
Boat. I wonder who owned that and where they are now.
So, like, think of a game like Risk of Rain, which is made by a couple college students.
It's hard to believe that was once on the road, filled with dozens of students.
It's a very primitive art style, and yet it works so well for that game. So, kind of announced the game was coming to SteamOS, Linux, and Mac. Okay, that's really cool. Like,
stupid bottle.
Damn it! Use your powers for good, Max. All right. I'm assuming there's something soft I can put down there. Deadpool was actually shot in my my home city.
One more bottle to go.
Whew. I didn't think we were gonna make it, guys. What do you want, Kate? Max, I want to thank you for giving me such great advice about going to the police and telling them everything about Nathan. I so appreciate you standing by me. Keeps my faith. XOXOXOXO. Kate, I'm on your side. Please don't mention me too much if you can. I'm already in trouble around here. And thanks so much for talking to me this morning. I was about to have a serious cry and I needed a friend. You were there, as usual. XOXOXO. I wish I knew the cinematographer's name so I could seriously answer you, Padlock.
I totally remember going there when I was a kid. I loved the Hush Puppies. Now the sign is just Arcadia Bay junk.
But yeah, I thought it was a little funny that this wasn't available on Mac, just because so many of the Telltale games are, and yet, photo opportunity. Zero out of 10, not a selfie, Max. Hey, Chloe, give me a bottle.
That's my Chloe. I have to find dirty-ass bottles while you chill? Not fair.
I have to prep the range, crybaby. And I've been tripping hard about where you got this rewind power.
From God or the gods. So, bow.
We can make the world bow. Are you ready for that?
No way. I still don't even know how my power works, or for how long.
Dude, you fuck shit up, you rewind, you fix it. Drop the mic. Boom.
Spin, rinse, and repeat. I'm just altering time and space. Oh yeah, and history. No biggie.
You already altered history by saving my life, smartass. Let's see what else you can do.
I know there's a bonfire spot where people party around here.
Oh, yeah, game telling me where to find bottles because I'm too stupid to handle it on my own.
I don't want to go that
didn't
way.
quite have the budget of a Telltale game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the budgets for these things are. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, like I am primarily a Mac user still. But I mean, I can certainly
Beyond repair. Rest in peace.
I can certainly give my reasons why, but I mean, again, being able to play stuff like Life is Strange was a major reason for building a PC and not staying on the
Thanks for the tip.
not staying on Mac for streaming. Again, it's kind of hard to say that you play.
Nope, I don't want to go there.
It's kind of hard to say that you or that you built a PC specifically for one game, but it certainly is kind of the amalgamation of games. So Dark Souls 2, Life is Strange, the Dawn of War games.
This is the scariest thing here.
A lot of these things, they build up. And as fun as it is to do Crusader Kings and a lot of things like this, the fact of the matter is, PC really is the only platform for some serious gaming, and as a result, if you want to broadcast games, then you only have you really only have one viable option.
I know
So-
there's a bonfire spot where people party around here.
Where's the bonfire spot then? You told me that already, damn it. But on the other hand too, like once you have something, and especially if you've had like a little bit of success with this game. So I think probably the way that Mac gaming's working right now, where you'll have these PC releases. So like Life is Strange seems to have been a successful game, right? I've only heard good things about it. I mean, obviously there are people who don't like this style of game, which is fair enough, right? It's the same way if somebody doesn't like shooters, they're never going to like Battlefield or Call of Duty or something like that. But when it comes down to it, like if you either if you like gaming in general, or if you like...
Nope, I don't want to go there.
If you want to... I guess the biggest thing is like, you can do a trial run on the PC, right? Because the PC is going to be your most successful market. And if it is a good game, like if it's a hit on PC, then you've got all of your assets created. Now you have a little bit of capital, right? You've got the success of the game. And then what you can do is you can take all of that success, which is already sort of built-in marketing for your Mac port, and then you're just able to get that extra bit of revenue from it. Now it's a little hard to argue that for, say, like an iPad or an iPhone release. So this is what happened with Frozen Synapse by Mode 7. They ran into some difficulty.
I don't want to go there.
Sort of getting money from the iPhone version of the game. Although I do think it's a game that kind of works well for iPad. But as a whole, it's not a bad little model just to say that this thing's going to live or die based on its PC sales, and then once you have some success, you can decide to pick up. You can decide to maybe pick up some of these other platforms and see what you can bring on. All right, let me just take a second here and catch up with chat. And yes, Satan could be here's the thing, right? I have been a Mac user more or less my entire life, and I have had PCs. I've usually had at least fairly constant access to one Mac and one PC. The thing is that any measure you take to make something playable on Mac, to me, was not worth the effort, right? And this was even like when I was streaming. Like when I was streaming on my laptop, I would play games which had native support for the Mac. I wouldn't bother, you know, putting wine on the computer. I wouldn't bother like doing any of these kind of tricks, because in the end, I just don't really think the effort was worth it. Some other people might feel differently.
I know there's a bonfire spot where
but like the big thing for me is like
here.
the reason why I got the laptop. I do think Apple has good laptops, and it was sort of a school machine that I'd gotten. It was so I could produce these tutorial videos for Econ Job Market, and it was so I could. You know, do my, you know, my regressions and things like that. Now, obviously, a PC can do that as well, but you know, I also have, you know, I've got a certain degree of stickiness with the Apple platforms, just because, you know, I have a lot of, I've got a lot of software already bought on the App Store. There's a few different reasons why I do this, and I mean, again, I really like OS X. So for me, it made the most sense if it's going to be a school machine, you know, yes, it would be nice to get some gaming, like when I had the option to get in, you know, just have a generic Intel video card, or do I put a, you know, do I put a, you know, an NVIDIA product inside of there, you know, I'm going to spring for the nice, all right. Maybe this vantage point will show me what I'm not seeing with this camping spot. But yeah, like I guess when it comes right down to it, like the school machine is for school, and you know, if I have this ancillary benefit of being able to play some games, so you know, I was able to play BioShock Infinite on it, I was able to play Crusader Kings and things like that.
I know there's a bonfire spot where people party around here.
You're not communicating any new information here, Max.
I don't want to go that way.
Well, I want to go that way. And I am the player. I bought the game. I decide. But yeah, like, so for me, it's like, you know, this is mostly a work machine. Get a, you know, have a little bit of fun on it. And as a result, I don't want to spend a lot of time, you know, making it do something that wasn't really built for.
I don't want to do that.
And it seems to me that if somebody is going to put so much effort into being able to play games on a Mac or a Linux machine, like, why not just build a gaming PC? I think even John Carmack, like, you know, the guy who made Doom and Quake and all this stuff.
I wonder if Chloe thinks about her father when she looks at all these smashed up cars.
I think even he's saying that the effort now should not necessarily be to build a Linux gaming platform, but rather to you know, to just develop some standards by which you can sort of run or emulate these Windows games on Linux platforms, which I know is not. It's not what the Linux fans want to hear, but I do think it makes some sense. Because, like, the fact of the matter is like, I believe he said pretty much any time id tried to do a Linux port of a game, it was always, like, a loss for the company. It was basically almost like charity work that they were doing for the Linux platform. And it's very hard to tell developers,
there's a bonfire spot
you
where
know,
people party around
let's,
here.
you know, let's do this out of the goodness of our heart. I know Steam's trying to change that with the Steam OS. I really don't think it's going to take off, personally. I know Windows may not be everybody's first choice, but it sort of seems to be, you know, there hasn't been a major, I don't think there's been like a major sort of killer app for the Steam OS. And I think maybe the growth of the Mac, you know, segment sort of gives I mean, it's Unix based, right? So you might be able to make an argument that way. Of course I'm arguing with the game. God, I'm really stuck on where to find this bottle. I seem to have found all the boundaries of the level, but I don't find this camping spot they're talking about. Unless I'm like supposed to clear some debris. Yeah, so all this is covered up. But yeah, so like basically, I think the way that you see stuff get adapted for Linux is the fact that people are saying it's like, well, this is how many Mac users there are. This is how many sort of want a game. But the thing is that Mac has never really been for gaming, and I know Oculus has just gone out and said it's like, you know, you can with the hardware that you have on a Mac,
I don't want to
you
go that
just
way.
can't do VR. You can't get the performance even if you spend top dollar on this machine. And so, you know, depending on how big VR becomes. You know, it might just be another situation where people don't... Oh, there we go. Jesus Christ.
I'm sure this
That was
is
out of the way.
popular
No, I
brand
definitely
kit.
don't want hints. It's not really a... I don't know if this counts as a bonfire. This looks like a normal campfire, but...
Voila. Now I can deliver this bottle booty to Captain Chloe.
Anyways, I guess I'll stop the comparison thing, but... Son of a bitch. I don't think this was how I was walking. I have no idea why you're saying Mac used to be the gaming default gaming platform. Alright, even if you're judging work thing compared to gaming, you'd opt for gaming regardless because outdated equipment is painful to work with. Shadow Amnesia, how long have you been looking for the fifth bottle? A long time. You're stuck using equipment that's about 3 years old at your workplace. Most of them take about 20 minutes to load up or run anything. The fact that they're constantly usable is enough to justify the purchase even years after the hardware is outdated. Well, I mean, again, it depends on what you're trying to do, right? Like, if you want to watch high-definition video, there's a certain processor requirement for that. And I mean, certain websites are going to make some assumptions in terms of what people's hardware is. But my feeling is that most computers that people build and buy today are largely overbuilt, over purchased. Like, a lot of people just want to use it for like watching YouTube, writing the occasional email or something like that, you know, and doing some web surfing, and you don't need like a quad core processor to do something like that. You know, now to give you, you know, on the other hand, this research project I'm doing is taking, I think, something like 300 megabytes of comment. I don't know. It's hundreds of megabytes. I think the final work, like when I have the original comments and the cleaned ones, I've got about a gigabyte of material in that folder, and it's going through every single one of those comments and sort of cleaning them, getting rid of like the addresses and the Dear Sir comments and things like that. And then what we're going to be doing with that afterwards is we're going to be turning them into what are known as trigrams, so like these combinations of 3 words, and we're going to be trying to find out what the influence of these comments have been on financial regulation. And so in this situation here, you're actually going to want to have quite a bit of processing power because you're going to be doing a regression. You're going to have these massive matrices that you're going to need to do like manipulations on and things like that. And so in this situation here, you can have like an older computer, but you're going to be waiting substantially longer than if you have like a really good processor. So in this situation here, like I have a good video card because I want to do gaming in it. But in this case, having a very good CPU where most people wouldn't necessarily need that, that's the heart and soul of the majority of research work that I'm going to be doing. And I mean, the school now has a mainframe set up, but like it's something that, you know, ideally we don't have to use yet. So Satan could beat up Jesus. I don't believe you when you say that. I don't believe Windows 10 is the reason why Mac and Linux are growing. I believe that the growth of Mac happened long before that, and that while it's true that some people may not like Windows 10, I think it's very common for people to install Linux and then say, oh my god, this is too hard, and just go back to Windows. Like, if anything, people would just stick on, like, Windows 8. Satan could beat up Jesus. I do econometrics, basically.
Thanks,
so
Max.
think of it as statistics with a bent towards research in the social sciences.
Wait, one more for the road.
You're serious about this.
We're gonna shoot all these bottles without wasting a single bullet. Max, you have to help me aim. Show me the way, Max.
I need to see you shoot first.
Fool! Oh, hang on.
Show me the way, Max.
Aim a bit to the right.
Sir, yes, sir.
Good use of the
Oh,
power.
yes! Did you see that?
Hey,
Max?
Ruby Red Blaze.
That was so fucking cool. Now for the second bottle. Now, Max.
Hey,
where do
Tierney
I aim?
Michaela. Good to see you again.
You're on target. Pull the trigger.
Damn it, Chloe.
Aim slightly above.
Right between the eyes. Watch out, Nathan. Now that is fun. Let's pump up the volume and find me another target. I want to get creative here.
I would never want
Oh, thank you, Ruby Red Blaze.
that would have someone like me to remember.
Give me
Oh,
something to shoot, Max.
I'm not bad. I'm just trying to do I guess we shoot the
Let's see you
barrel?
take a crack at that rusty barrel.
Sorry, Mr. Barrel. Your time has come. Listen to those fat bullet beats.
I'm not quite sure what we accomplished there. Sorry, I was too busy reading chat.
Hello, what should I shoot? Fine, since you won't play, I'm gonna shoot this.
We've already done it. Yeah, we'll see. And this is the other thing. Like, if people want to talk about the BSDs, then, you know, again, that's an argument for Mac
Aim at that
OS.
old blue plank here.
I hate old planks. Yawn.
Well, I feel accomplished.
Give me something to shoot, Max.
Let's take out this wheel rim on your left.
Taking out the wheel rim now.
Zentropy, it looks like I had a little frame loss here, but it should be sorted.
Hella yes!
Nice shooting, Tex.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Satisfied?
Like, never? So I want one more uber cool trick shot.
How about using that junker for a target now?
Dude, I need a target before I shoot.
I guess the bumper?
Put a real dent in that front bumper.
Goodbye, cruel bumper. Jesus, I shot myself! Ugh, I shot myself! Back up, back
Stupid
up!
gun! Hold on, Chloe.
Nah, I'm just gonna let you suffer there for a bit. You moron!
Well, Max.
This'll go well.
Let's see what happens when you shoot the gas tank.
Step back, gas tank go, boom. Boom! Car definitely down, but no bottle casualties.
No, Phantom Club. I mean, it's been.
Max? Well, Max?
I'll admit, like it's
How
been.
about aiming for the
It's been
left
tough
tire?
on Twitch.
Adios, spinning wheel of death. Uber cool.
They.
I cannot believe this is for real.
I don't really
My
know
best
what
friend is
the,
a superhero. Now it's your turn to bust a cap.
I don't know what the deal has been with.
I don't know.
With a lot of the
Max, your
the
nose.
interruptions that I've had.
Damn.
I don't feel so super.
Max! You freaked me out there. Do you feel any better now?
A little. Thanks for helping me. Just give me a minute.
Too much action for Arcadia?
Maybe not enough. This is kind of fun. Scary and stupid, but fun.
Let me know when you feel okay.
God, this power really messes with my head. Glad I feel normal again. I better go chat up Chloe.
Milady?
Look at her. Chloe can even chill out playing with a gun.
Okay. Looks like you're ready to lock and load.
I don't know about this.
Are you afraid of getting in trouble? Oh, boo-hoo, Max is afraid. I know you can handle this, and I'm here to guide you. Make me proud, sister.
Hey, it's Thelma and Louise.
Shoot him!
Or is it Bonnie and Clyde?
Shoot 'em.
Excuse us, Frank.
Oh, sorry, Chloe. Don't let me get in the way of your bonding. I heard the gunshots and the breaking glass. It's cute that you're playing with guns. Just like me at your age.
We're not anything alike, man.
We both need money. In fact, you need it so bad, you owe me a shitload, don't you, Chloe?
Shoot him!
Huh?
You'll get your money.
Don't they all say that? You know, even when they're broke and acting tough? What are you hiding there, girlie? Let me see.
Shoot him!
Where did you get that bracelet?
A friend, and it's none of your goddamn business. You're my business now.
That's
and
Rachel's bracelet. Why the fuck are you wearing her bracelet?
Calm yourself, all right? It was a gift.
Shoot him!
No, it wasn't. You stole that shit. Give it to me right now, asshole.
You better step back before you regret it, girl. I mean it. You want me to cut you, bitch?
Shoot the son of a bitch!
Please. Please step back.
You're kidding.
Don't say
Put
please,
that
you
down.
idiot. Shut up! What's wrong with you?
That is hilarious. Oh, man. I'll remember you, kid. I'll remember you almost shot me. And you'll wish I had no memory, because I never forget. You have until Friday to pay me. Don't ever pull crap like this again. It'll be the last time you do. Try bullets next time, brainiacs.
I think maybe I should rewind that.
Sorry.
You were awesome. Thanks for standing up for me.
Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'll be
Let's blow.
Chloe's friend.
My secret lair didn't feel secret today. At least Frank is gone. He won't fuck with us again. He just wants his money.
Jesus, I almost shot this guy. And now he'll be more dangerous to Chloe and me.
Yeah, but I can rewind time. Thank you, Kite.
Wowzer. Why did Frank have Rachel's bracelet? We need to talk about this later, but I better follow Chloe now.
Time Bandit Code, isn't this game entirely about me abdicating any responsibility for my actions by being able to rewind? It's great.
Nope, I don't want to go there.
Where'd Chloe go? Oh, there we go. Hey, Oswald the Lucky.
Chloe's waiting to go for a walk. We both need a timeout from here.
still can't believe you pulled a gun on Frank. That was epic.
No, you know what's epic? Beached ships
You can just
on like the
rewind time in your hand
motherfucking
and stick that
shores
barrel
of
right at
Troy.
Frank's ass. You have the power.
You're gross. Don't fall.
I'm just glad you were here.
Me too. I think. Chloe, why the hell are you hanging around scary losers like Frank? It's weird.
Let's take a break and I'll talk. Feels like a different world, huh? I wish we could stay forever.
Okay, this is the point where Frank runs in and ties them both to the tracks.
Can we build another pirate fort and keep the world out?
We need a new secret hangout. At least Frank wouldn't find us. Are you okay, Max?
Seriously, Chloe, this is scary. What if Frank tries to track us down?
I'm sorry. But Frank isn't as hardcore as he fronts. All he cares about is his cash, stash, and mangy dog.
Chloe, did you see what just happened? I almost shot him. I know I could rewind, but Chloe, this is not playtime. No more guns.
Max, I know. Crazy shit is the new normal for me. That's why I plan to leave Arcadia Bay without paying Frank off.
Now, tell me exactly what's going on between you and Frank. Does he have a last name?
Frank Bowers. Obviously don't get my pot from you, remember? Anyway, Frank and I kind of hung out.
Hung out? You don't mean you...
No, we didn't have sex. Gross, man. He never even tried. I just made the mistake of borrowing money so Rachel and I could bail out of here.
That's it?
No. I want to know how Frank got Rachel's bracelet. What do you think?
I think we have to be careful and keep an eye on this guy. Without him eyeballing us, okay?
It's so weird talking to you about this insane crap. We haven't hung out this much since we were tweens, and it's like no time has passed. I wish Rachel was here to meet you.
Why? I bet she would hate me.
You're not that different. She has a great eye for images and for art. Plus, she's a smartass like you. We would all be hella best friends forever.
I know she must be as cool as you are.
Hella cool.
I have no doubt we'll meet soon.
Railroad tracks always make me feel better. I have no idea why.
Kerouac knew. It's the romance of travel and movement. The sound of the train whistle at night.
Look at the beat poet here.
Where's your beret and turtleneck,
I'd
Max?
rather be a good photographer.
You are. You just have to stop being afraid.
Perfect.
I have that problem when I want to take awesome photos too. I have images of the apocalypse and I can't take the shot.
Max! Help! I'm stuck!
Hold on, Chloe.
Here comes the metaphor train!
What's that noise? The train. Oh shit.
Where's your peace now? Alright, let's just talk about this.
Max!
Now, you know what? I can just rewind time.
Max, you can't just yank Chloe out like a superhero.
Alright.
Move.
Sorry, Chloe. Fuck you.
Nope, I don't want to go there.
Hurry!
I don't want to go that way. I can't even move it an inch. Awesome, it's not locked.
The train's coming!
I better find a tool to cut those wires.
Max, get me out of here!
Now, I gotta look for more plot points.
I can definitely use this bad boy.
Please!
Oh, this is such a good vantage point. Ah, you moron. That's what you get for trusting me. Oh look, Frank's driving the train too.
Please get me out of here!
Alright, let's crowbar the hell out of Chloe. Here, tell you what, Chloe. I'm gonna put you out of your misery.
Find something! Max! Max, you can't just yank Chloe out like a superhero.
Yeah, just
Move.
knock her out with the crowbar.
I can't even move it with this.
I like Chloe.
For real?
Oh wait, what did she say about it?
Max, get me out of here! I can't even move it an inch.
Alright, we die together. Halt! What if Chloe's not real and this is actually Fight Club 2? Alright. First of all, I want to know what the hell she said on the switching lever.
I can't even move it with this crowbar? For real?
Already done, Satan could beat up Jesus.
Come on, Max! Hurry! Nope, I don't want to go there.
What are you talking about? You get to see the train.
Please get me out of here!
I'd rather have a life of oh wells than a life of what ifs.
Score! The train's coming! Max, please!
Don't worry, Chloe. I'm just in this room so I don't have to hear you scream as it runs over you.
Get me out of here! Now I can pull a total MacGyver.
A hella MacGyver, even. What's that, Chloe? You need some help? I'm sorry, I can't hear you enough. You're free now, right? I'm just gonna go check out this axe, okay?
I need to figure this out. Okay, what can I slice with this?
Chloe's leg.
In and out, no problem.
In and out, no problem. Reminds me of my first date.
Come on, Max!
Alright,
Hurry!
axe on Chloe.
I don't want to use it. Good lord, Max, she's not a zombie. Find another way. But which wire to cut? Max! Oh, stupid light! No go. Shit. Max!
Okay, so the lesson
which
here
wire to
is,
cut?
guys, if you're ever cut on the caught on the train
Whoa.
tracks,
Short Circuit City.
you're done for.
The train's coming! Max, please! I can't even move it an inch. I can't even move it with this crowbar? For real? Please get me out of here! But which wire to cut? Max! Now that's the right cable. Yes! I did it! You okay?
You saved me again. Crazy. Now we're totally bonded for life.
Damn. That was close.
Aren't you glad I took you away to a nice, quiet, desolate spot?
It was cool to spend time in your lair, but I have to get back to school before my next class.
Since you're the mysterious superhero, I'll be your faithful chauffeur and companion.
My powers might not last, Chloe.
That's okay. We will. Forever.
Or at least until the next dramatic train sequence.
Thanks for the ride, Chloe. Right on time for my art lesson.
Thanks for coming with me. Sorry to be so boring.
Nothing exciting ever happens to us, right?
Listen, your rewind power has to be connected to that snow yesterday. That
Really?
might explain
What is
your
the source
canoe.
of the causal inference, Chloe?
Explain what? Snow equals a ginormous twister that takes out Arcadia Bay? You're high.
Wake up, Max. You saved my life twice now. You altered the course of my destiny, yours, and whoever. Do you know about chaos theory?
Where did you learn that, Chloe? You're a dropout.
It means shit happens, right?
No, crazy shit happens. Because it can. And will.
Why me? I'm just a geek girl in some small town.
A perfect example of strange attractors? Don't they teach you kids anything at Blackwell? We have a tornado, rewind power, and freak snow. Hello, Armageddon. So let's party with your power, Rockstar!
Like he said, Professor Price, a superhero
Sir
needs
Reggie.
a sidekick.
How can it be such a shitty week and yet one of the best of my life?
Because we're back in action again.
And unfortunately, because of that dialogue, Max was now late for her art class. Chloe is actually a Rhodes Scholar, or has watched the Butterfly Effect. I did not like the Butterfly Effect. Some friends of mine did. Not a big fan. Guys, Sir Wedgie is a very great friend of the stream. He is the chief, I like to call him the chief mod of Seriously Clara's channel. Wonderful guy. He is the reason that channel is what it is. And
I have a
also
little
a streamer
time
in his
before
own
Mr.
right.
Jefferson's class, so I can do some wandering.
Excellent. All right. So I'm going to take a quick pause. I'm going to run over because Chloe talked about how pulling the gun on Frank was epic. Now, I'm going to give you guys some examples of what epic is. How to play? Yes, how do I play this complicated game? All right, everybody. So, I am doing very well, Sir Wedgie. Clara must still be streaming. So, thank you for stopping by. I know it's a little tough to keep track of everything, but I always appreciate when you stop by. And guys, do feel free if I know Wedgie doesn't stream very often, but he's definitely somebody who deserves the support. So, feel free to check him out. He's a wonderful guy. He is every bit as nice on stream as he is in person. So, all right. First example of epic. Rage. Goddess, sing the rage of Peleus' son Achilles, murderous doomed that the cost of the Achaeans' countless losses, hurling down to the house of death so many sturdy souls, great fighters' souls, but made their bodies carrion, feasts for dogs and birds, and the will of Zeus was moving toward its end. Begin, muse, when the first two broke and clashed, Agamemnon, lord of men, and brilliant Achilles. Homer, the Iliad. Or perhaps another example of epic. We could take something like, I don't know, Sing to Me of the Man Muse, the man of twists and turns, driven time and again off course once he had plundered the hallowed heights of Troy. Many cities of men he saw and learned their minds. Many pains he suffered, heartsick on the open sea, fighting to save his life and bring his comrades home. But he could not save them from disaster, hard as he strove. The recklessness of their own ways destroyed them all, the blind fools. They devoured the cattle of the sun, and the sun god wiped from the sight the day of their return. Launch out on his story, Muse, daughter of Zeus. Start from where you will. Sing for our time too. Homer, the Odyssey. Or perhaps... Wars in a man I sing, an exile driven on by fate. He was the first to flee the coast of Troy, destined to breach Lavinian shores and Italian soil. Yet many blows he took on land and sea from the gods above. Thanks to cruel Juno's relentless rage and many losses, he bore in battle too, before he could found a city. Bring his gods to Latium, source of the Latin race, the Alban lords and the high walls of Rome. Virgil, the Aeneid! Or maybe, hey, Kodiak Samurai, great to see you again. No economics here. Apparently it's classics. Perhaps we could say, my mind leads me to speak now of forms changed into new bodies, O gods above. Inspire this undertaking, which you've changed as well, and guide my poem in its epic sweep from the world's beginning to the present day. Ovid, the Metamorphosis. Those are epic. Pulling a gun on Frank is not epic. Anyways, now that I got that off my chest, you can imagine Max sitting there loudly reading epics while the principals and students give her weird looks. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm like at school, by the way, guys.
I swear, Principal Wells always looks distressed.
Well, better than drunk.
Sir?
Oh, hello, Max. I hope this isn't about the alleged gun incident.
Alleged? Nathan did have a gun. Have you talked to him yet?
Yes, he's deeply upset about this accusation. I don't blame him. Once I have all the facts, we'll talk. For the moment, focus on your schoolwork.
Okay,
I can't
Ray.
focus when I'm scared.
Please don't say that. There's nothing to be scared of at Blackwell Academy. Our head of security is overseeing a new era of campus safety.
I saw Mr. Madsen hassle Kate Marsh yesterday.
Wait. Do you see a pattern here, Max?
Probably not the same one you see.
It's very easy for you to instantly accuse people of doing terrible things. Nathan, Mr. Madsen, who's next? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a meeting.
Why aren't you going to your meeting?
These elite assholes throw a lot of big parties. Another chance for Nathan Prescott to dose somebody. Good thing I left my AK at home. I should feel lucky to be here.
Blackwell Academy, our past, your future. Since the 18th century, Blackwell Academy has been proud of its unique status among the scholastic arts and sciences. We're glad you're here to contribute.
If only I knew what David Madsen was really up to. Excuse me, Mr. Madsen?
Do you mind if we talk about what happened yesterday with Chloe?
You hit Chloe.
I'm sure she told you why. Did she mention she probably stole one of my guns?
You're a combat veteran. She's no threat to you.
If I didn't care about her, I wouldn't care at all. When I was her age, I was out raising a lot more hell. She's better than that. All you kids are. So is Kate Marsh.
What about Kate?
You stepped between us at a pretty bad time. She's another matter entirely.
Kate hasn't done anything wrong.
Max, this isn't just about Kate Marsh. My concern is for the safety of all Blackwell students, including you.
That'll take more than surveillance cameras.
It will take more than Ms. Grant and her petition to find missing students.
Isn't that your responsibility as head of security? Unless you know something about Rachel Amber that nobody else does.
I don't want to fight with you anymore. I don't want to fight with anyone anymore. That's all, Max.
I did all my fighting in Nam. By the way, one of the things that I'm noticing, I think a lot of the film influences it kind of wears on its sleeve. So probably the most obvious reference is Donnie Darko. I think in addition, the End of the World Party might possibly be a throw to a film by Roger Avery called, is it The Rules of Attraction? I feel like I've got that wrong. I don't know, I was always 50-50 on that one. And it's more the style rather than any particular time travel element. One time travel story that I really liked, and I don't see influencing this one very much, is Primer. But Primer makes me feel like an idiot. End of the world party on Thursday. How do you get an invite? I don't know. I suppose have visions of the apocalypse, Frantic Whisper. How the devil are you doing? Guys, definitely take a second. Follow Frantic Whisper. I'll give him a proper shout out after.
If my tornado vision came true, it would be the end of the world.
No, it's just the end of Arcadia Bay. Jesus Christ, Max, you are so over dramatic. Here we go. Gem of a man. I mean, you've all gotten a chance to meet him in chat. He is a lot of fun to hang around with. He's definitely a highlight whenever I stop by the Twitch Vancouver parties. It's always a little... sometimes I get a chance to have a nice extended chat with him, and other times I feel like I don't give him enough attention. But he works in gaming. Absolutely wonderful guy to hang out with. Can really talk about a lot of different topics. So for instance, he and W. Shan were talking a lot about Philip K. Dick, and definitely one of the people that makes me want to keep going to those kinds of meetups. I'm not normally a meetup kind of person, but absolutely every time Frantic Whispers there, I'm happy that I did. So definitely check out his stream. When he's online, I want to be there, and if you're in Vancouver, he's probably a great reason to stop by and check out the meetups. Are too German to reference that movie? Well, I mean, it didn't stop them from referencing Donnie Darko.
Trevor surveys his domain. Join us, or die.
I had no
Courtney
idea it
will
was
do
a Paris...
anything for Victoria and the Vortex Club. Hey, Courtney. Ciao, Max. No photos, please. I have to come up with a guest list for a Vortex Club soiree. Really? Oh, like you care.
Shush now. I talked to the boy in the beer shirt.
I'm not anti-soiree. You seem anti-fashion, though. A Vortex Club party has a strict dress code. Do you even have a dress? Sorry, but nice try.
All right, I have the shibboleth to get into a Vortex party.
Hey, Courtney. Ciao, Max. No photos, please.
Did I
have
show
to
you
come
the
up with a
photo
guest
of my
list for a
dress?
Vortex Club soiree. Really? Oh, like you care. I'm sure the Vortex Club has a dress code. As you can see, I would need your advice on what to wear. Thanks, Max.
Very smooth,
I didn't
Max.
think you noticed high fashion. Tell you what, I'll put you down on the guest list, and before the party, I can give you some tips. Cool.
Oh, joy.
Thanks, Courtney.
I can't wait
I'll
to
send
play
you
the Max
party info
dress-up
later.
game.
Back to the list. I should go and see what I can learn.
Global warning, freak snow. Yesterday's unique snowfall was another eco-signal that climate change is no myth. Come join other Blackwell students and faculty at a campus gathering to discuss what you can do to prevent a second ice age. Blackwell Science Lounge, Monday, 7 p.m.
Seriously. Hello, climate change.
Oh, don't get to talk to Samuel? What a letdown. Okay, I hate people like this. You have to sit on a SkyTrain for like an hour and a half and listen to some guy blast out, some amateur DJ blasting out exactly the kind of music that nobody else wants to hear. You know what? I probably still have that axe from the train. Can I just go to town on her? Or at least the phone?
Does anybody believe this shit?
Stop being a loser. This is where shit gets real. Don't miss it. This Thursday, 10th of October. Well, I mean, they make a good point.
I'm going to find out what happened to you, Rachel. Blackwell sure takes its swimming seriously. But Zachary always looks like he's ready to throw a football. Hello, Zach.
Sup, Max? It's weird to not see you without your camera.
I'm always taking pictures with my eyes.
I bet. As long as you don't talk to everybody about all that shit with the sext and Victoria.
It's over. Just another Blackwell mini-drama.
You mean stupid shit. Man, I just don't get Victoria. What does she want?
Probably for all of us to talk about her. Like now.
Then let's not. You're pretty smart, Max. See you at the game Friday.
Yo, Max, you read books.
Look at these trophies. Gotta give it up for those Bigfoots. They do stomp. You can really learn a lot about a school by the weird shit posted on the boards.
All right, best singer ever. In Oregon, looking for the best guitarist ever to form a kick-ass band to take over the world. Influences: the Ramones, the Shins, the Beatles, the Ramones, the White Stripes, the Ramones, the Smiths, the Who, the Ramones, the Style Council, the Ramones, and Lady Gaga. Contact Steve Hackney. What a name. 555-846-9129. No calls before 4 p.m. or after 6:35 p.m. on weekdays. Sad, lonely, depressed? Come praise with your peers. Bible studies, Sundays at noon in the Arcadia Bay Library. All faiths welcome, so be happy. Smile. All faiths coming to study the Bible. Nice. Swim like an otter. Experienced retired PE teacher and former otter champion will personally train you to glide through the water and embrace your inner otter. For details, contact Michelle Berenci at waterlogged@arcadiabaygym.wet. Like, new tablet for sale, contains 5 GB of cat pics. Ha ha ha. Are you guys picking up on a Ramones influence? I don't know. I think I need to see probably 2 or 3 more mentions before I really think they're fans. Can we have a staring contest with them? Hey, Sir Friendzone. Sit down, science, brah? I'm in the sci-fi lab now. I'm no Schrodinger's kitty. See you soon.
I still have time. I could go see Warren playing mad scientist in the lab.
No, I gotta listen to this mad Skrillex drop. It is very on fleek and hella epic.
Luke is always using the phone as a shield to avoid people.
I saw Victoria and her friends shopping for the party.
That reminds me, I have to score some weed from Nathan.
I really hope this jackass will use protection next time. Juliet is laying the smack down on Zachary.
I mean, Logan, listen, I understand contraceptives are a hard thing to find. Might I suggest something guaranteed to avoid pregnancy, like a fedora?
I hate having everybody see inside my locker. I love how Evan is so above the Vortex Club and everything else.
Yo, Maxwell Smart. Talk later, cool?
No, not cool. Talk now. What are you doing in that locker?
You just don't get it.
How long could you possibly be rearranging your one binder?
Why? It's all over, like me. What do you want from me? Nobody believes me, and so you can't help me?
I'm trying, but you have to understand my position.
Why? You don't understand mine. Nobody does. Nobody.
Kate, no!
What do you want from me?
I want to obstruct your path. I will save your life by obstructing.
Please, leave me alone.
No, I'm a bully. This is how I get in the Vortex Club. Can I mock your faith?
Stop! Don't come near me.
Or else, oh, god damn it! Ready to get your ass kicked? I don't know what competition it is, but I am ready to get my ass kicked. Alright. It's a really big binder. Hey, Evan, want to talk
Yo,
now?
Maxwell Smart. Talk later, cool?
No. Now is later. You're... God, this is embarrassing. And why do you eat Pringles? Those ads are the most annoying... I was going to say, I actually got ad block for Twitch, which, by the way, if you guys aren't using it, I don't see a dime of revenue on this, so please feel free to fuck Twitch and not watch ads on this channel. If you want to support, hang out and chat, talk. If it has to be money, there's already a donation button down there, but frankly, I would much rather have people be active inside the channel and like the stuff. And if I have to see another goddamn Pringles commercial, I am going to throw my laptop across the room. So, yes. Fuck you, I don't even remember your name, but that's decidedly not cool, and I want to help you with your Pringles addiction.
Yo, Maxwell Smart. Talk later, cool?
God, I hate you.
I bet Mr. Jefferson has had to deal with a lot of troubled students.
Mr. Jefferson, did you in fact write the Constitution?
Excuse me, Max. Can you come over here?
I was already
You
here,
look worried. Is everything okay?
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Jefferson.
but my
I'm only
selfie output
bothered
has
when you
been
avoid
followed.
turning in photos. But you know this. So what can I do for you, Max?
Just between you and me, I'm worried about Kate Marsh.
That's no secret. Word on the street is that you and Kate had a little confrontation with our security chief yesterday.
His name's David Madsen, you jackass.
I stepped in between David Madsen barking all up in Kate's face about something. She doesn't deserve that.
Of course not. Mr. Madsen isn't the most gentle soul. Do you have proof he instigated the situation?
My word isn't good enough? The one time I choose not to take a picture.
Always take the shot. My #1 rule of photography. And Max, I promise this matter is being discussed by the faculty. I assume you know about this viral video?
Kate is freaked out by all of this. She can't do homework while she's being tormented on a daily basis.
What if Kate brought this on herself? She means well, but maybe she doth protest too much. She seems like she's holding
What
back
a
the truth.
jackass!
Have you talked to her?
Yes, I talked to her on the phone today. She needs friends and support now. I just don't want Kate Marsh to become the next Rachel Amber.
Rachel Amber? What does she have to do with Kate?
With all her missing persons posters around, it's hard not to think of her.
I miss Rachel too. But think about yourself, Max. Principal Wells told me about what you said happened in the bathroom.
Okay, what the fuck is going on in this school? It's like every single incident has now just suddenly come to the photography teacher, who apparently does not want the alleged rape of a student to be like, oh, you know, maybe she brought it on herself. God damn it, Mr. Jefferson. Like, on top of being the guy who's introduced by saying, he's like, what if I got you all in a dark corner and took a shot of you in desperation? Like, fuck this guy.
It did happen. Nathan Prescott had a gun in the girls' bathroom yesterday.
This is a serious accusation, Max.
So you don't believe me? I would never make something like this up.
I'd like to believe that, Max. It just seems like there's a lot of drama around you this week.
Listen,
Hella drama.
Should I?
Excuse me, Max. Hello? Yes? Hold on. I have to take this, so just go into class and I'll be there soon.
Stella is smart to stay out of all the drama. I guess I'm out of time to turn in a photo for the contest. Irony.
Is this like Alanis Morissette irony, or is this genuine irony?
Alyssa really lives for her classes.
Not now, Max. I'm contemplating shit.
Like actual shit?
Daniel is always on the outside looking in. What's up, Daniel?
Waiting to draw Dana after Hayden gets his paparazzi on.
Hey, paparazzo.
It's hard to not like Hayden because he just doesn't give a shit.
I'm kind of doing something now, Max.
Dana is ready for her 15 minutes of fame.
No time to talk, Max. Posing in progress.
Well,
Do you think Max
God
will be pissed we're sitting at her desk?
Oh, I'm sure she...
So cool to see Mr. Jefferson's actual
we've already
published
done this.
pictures.
I give
I
a
like
fuck.
Taylor's artistic side, not her personal.
No time
Like
to talk,
he gives
Max.
a shit.
Art in progress.
Like anybody does. Max is such a little...
Shh, I think she can hear us.
I can't believe the principal lets him stay in school after I told him what happened.
that's why you kept the axe, Max.
Even if Victoria ignores me, I'm glad we talked yesterday.
Better be quiet, Victoria. We have a master snitch and liar here.
Did you think we were best friends forever or something?
Not at all, Victoria.
Max is such an attention whore.
You would know. Can I sit down now?
Oh, please do. Take a selfie of this moment.
Yeah, Max, so I won't forget you.
Assholes.
I mean, overall, that was a pretty mild bullying. They like left the seat when I asked them to. It's kind of nice of them, really.
Okay, why is David taking photos of Kate? Now this is so wrong and weird.
Listen, at this point, I'm glad that David is not taking the shot with a sniper rifle. So we'll just be cool. Hey, Sir Friendzone. I guess I kind of forgot to see you in the science lab.
What up, Max?
Hey, Warren.
I saw Kate earlier and her eyes were puffy from crying.
Kate has a lot on her plate.
I didn't know what to say and she didn't tell me anything.
Okay, I know you love me, but if you're not in this class, beat it. Everybody else,
Hey, Ward,
please sit
go
down.
say
We have
hi
a
to
lot cover
Nathan.
today, and so little time as usual. I see all the usual suspects here. Anybody seen Kate Marsh?
I think everybody has seen Kate Marsh by now.
She's not feeling good.
Sounds like you're giggling about a video gone viral. Maybe it involves a student? Or a friend?
It's cool that Mr. Jefferson published his own little book of photo tips.
And probably made the class pay for it.
I wonder how it would feel to have false images of yourself shot out all over the world for people to judge. Usually, people need something to judge, so they never take a good look at themselves. We can thank reality TV for some of that. In the end, we can only blame ourselves for participating. Speaking of participation, there are a few souls here who have yet to enter a photo in the contest. Like Max Caulfield, for example. Who I know can't wait to enter, right? I'm sure you read the syllabus like it was a Harry Potter book, so you must know today we're studying chiaroscuro. That beautiful
Chiaroscuro.
word about the contrast between light and dark. The shadow play that gives photography such visual power. It's basic yin and yang.
Yeah, except that everybody takes photos with the flash on, and so you don't get to see any shadows. All right, Chloe, what the hell do you want? Max, my boss with a gun. Marry me. Illegal in Oregon, for now. Fuck that shit. Elope.
Black and white images are effective precisely because of their contrasts. Although we don't technically see in monocle.
Yo! Some crazy shit is going down in the girls' dorm!
Zachary,
Check it!
do not come into my class like that ever again. Listen, everybody remain seated.
It's a photography class. We should take photos.
Dismissed.
Is this for real?
Pitch flipped, ow!
I didn't think she was that messed up.
Kate!
Oh, Jesus, this got hella serious.
No! Oh god.
She can't die. She can't. Not again. Not now. I have to try something. I won't be able to rewind again and again.
Oh, wow. This just turned really, really interesting.
Keep going, Max. You can do it.
David Madsen, how about you stay on the ground and catch her? I guess that doesn't really happen in real life.
Yes.
So, I mean, one thing that really interests me... Oh, I'll shut up and maybe wait for the end of the... I mean, I'll admit, I have been reading a little bit less of chat once the conversation started talking
What are you doing here, Max? Stop!
Future events.
Don't come near me.
Not now. It won't work. I don't have any power. Now I have to do this by myself.
Oh,
Max,
God.
Seriously, don't come near me. I will jump.
Okay. I'm right here. Kate, please.
Oh, Max, I know you want to help me. I love that you stepped up to David, but it doesn't matter now. Nothing matters.
You matter, and not just to me.
I do want to believe that.
Kate, your life is still yours, and we can get through this together. Let me help. Like I helped by erasing all that crap people wrote on your room slate.
I'm glad to hear you worry about me. That makes me feel better.
God, the removal of the time travel is actually really tough here.
I'll always be here for you, Kate. My new motto is friends come first.
I did feel better talking to you on the phone. I always feel like you really listen.
Kate, please trust me. Come stand by me, okay? I can help you now. I know I can. This morning I erased the web link to the video. It was written on the shower room mirror.
Are you serious? Thank you so much. The fact that you don't care about that video and would come up here to stop me means a lot.
I care about you because I believe you were drugged. We will find out who did this and make them pay.
You sound so persuasive, Max. If only.
Kate, I believe you. Will you believe me? Please, you don't have to do this.
Max, I'm in a nightmare and I can't wake up. Unless I put myself to sleep. Then everybody at Blackwell can post pics of my body. I'm already on the internet forever. No wonder they call it a web. Nothing can ever get out. Like my video. I wish I could go back in time and erase everything.
Oh, God,
Kate, this is our chance to beat the bullies. That's the only way we can win against them.
Can we really, Max? I don't believe in miracles
God damn
anymore
it.
either.
Now I do. You're part of the reason why. If you come down with me, I can tell you more.
You're such a good person, Max. Even if you're full of crap. But I'll come with you. You're my friend.
Forever. Can we hug on it?
No! Nobody cares about me! Nobody!
I saw that cute photo of you with your sisters in your room this morning. I can see how much your little sister loves you by her smile.
That's Lynn. She's only 10. She does have the best smile ever. I would hate to see her sad. I'm sorry.
Oh God, that's such a
What are
tense
you
scene.
talking about? You saved me from talking in class.
Now, I know today was difficult for everybody, but I'm so proud of the way Blackwell pulled together to save a young girl's life.
Fuck Blackwell. Nobody helped her.
Of course, you're quite a hero for getting Kate to come down, Max.
I didn't do much.
She's modest. Like a real hero.
Yeah, real hero.
As principal of Blackwell Academy, I take my duties seriously. I take the well-being of every student more seriously. What happened today should never happen in a hall of wisdom and knowledge. Mr. Madsen, as our head of security here, those roof doors should always be locked. That's just standard operating procedure. They were not, and that is indeed your responsibility. Mr. Jefferson, I know you can't be expected to know what your students are going through, but Kate has assisted you in class, so you should have known something was amiss. Mr. Prescott, since you are responsible for the Vortex Club parties, and since Miss Marsh did attend your last party, you'll have to answer some more questions. Miss Caulfield, why exactly were you on the route with Kate Marsh? Did she tell you her plan? Or anything at all? Please, tell us everything.
Okay, so if I do another accusation against Nathan, I don't have... So, like, basically, it's another baseless accusation against Nathan. The principal's, you know, not going to buy it. I don't have any evidence. Jefferson technically did make her cry, and then David also bullied her. David has implied that he has... you know, some caring reason for doing so. Yeah, we'll throw David under the bus.
Mr. Madsen was bullying Kate.
Oh, grow up.
Excuse me, I was there. I saw you getting in her face.
You have no idea what you saw. Kate Marsh was involved with a bad crowd. I was trying to find out who.
Kate had a double life. I was super shocked when I found out.
No, you were part of the crowd. And like I said, I personally saw David physically harass Kate Marsh.
You lying little... Shh. Are you gonna take this troublemaker's word over your security officer?
And he should take the word of somebody who harasses students?
Max, I'm afraid this won't be solved here without proof and a thorough investigation.
Which is
now,
why I
if
didn't
you
say
have
Nathan.
anything else to say.
Excuse me. I think Max and Nathan need a break before we grill them further. A friend and student just tried to kill herself. They don't need this forum right now.
Yes, I'm kind of devastated right now. I'd like to be with my family.
All right, Miss Caulfield, please sign here to confirm what you've told us. I'll continue this investigation from there.
My head is killing me, but I think I can use my power again.
Oh, God, you know what? There's a side of me that just wants to take Nathan on this, but... You know what? Screw it.
All I know is that Kate was at a party and Nathan dosed her. She got wasted and kissed some boys on a viral video without a clue.
I dosed her? Without a clue. Have you seen the video? Whatever. Kate was loaded and
You're a
playing the
liar.
field.
You told Kate you took her to the emergency room.
I said I was going to take her to the ER. She sobered up eventually.
Bullshit. Something happened to her and you know it. How about we talk about you waving a gun in the girls'
Hey,
bathroom?
that's total slander. I could sue you and this school so fast. I already have a personal lawyer.
Careful, Mr. Prescott. I have been told of this alleged gun incident, and I have to admit that the video in question was sent to me by multiple sources.
Including me.
And since Mr. Prescott does appear prominently in the video and was responsible for the party, I have no choice but to suspend him until further notice.
Whatever. See you in court.
Excuse me. I think Max and Nathan need a break before we...
Caulfield, please sign here to confirm what you've told us. I'll continue this investigation from there.
You know what? I am okay living with some shithead who waves lawyers around because he has money. I absolutely despise the fact that people can use legal threats to prevent people from saying the truth. Is it, Cunnies?
Well, I think we know less now than when we started. We'll be assisting the police with further inquiries. I
Yes,
know
Entropy,
this has been a stressful day. I wish I had the power to change it all for the better. So thank you for coming in.
I couldn't even believe it was happening. It was literally slow motion as I grabbed her hand. And then I could feel her grabbing
That's another
mine.
really good shot.
Max, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Ever! You reached out, she reached out, hugs, tears, applause. Like a superhero.
Not quite. Look at me. I'm a mess.
You're glowing. Seriously, a human halo. I'm pretty sure you earned your wings today.
I'm so
Tipping
worried
intensifies.
about Kate. She did try to kill herself. All over a video.
Viral is the right word. Like a disease.
So you watched it.
Just 1.5 times.
You're a
Warren.
scumbag, Warren.
I don't mean to sound weird, but there's something ominous going on at Blackwell.
Today proves that.
And I'm working on proof that Kate Marsh is connected to Rachel Amber. Somehow. Along with Nathan and Mr. Madsen.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I wouldn't doubt it. Nathan did scare me yesterday, and Madsen is a straight-up dickhead. So, what do you think is really happening?
What the hell is this? The weather confirms this weird day. Feel that chill.
Max, there was no eclipse scheduled today. I would know. I would.
Get your hands off me, Sir Friendzone.
I believe you, Warren. I'll believe anything this week.
That's right, jangly guitars, Zentropy. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me about no SQL while holding an invisible watermelon. We here at Blackwell Academy want to enable students to pursue their highest potential. What the hell are these two up to? Are they going to the back seat later? Guess not. I wish I knew how to quit you! Oh man, what happened to Victoria? Oh, see, Frank isn't so bad. He likes the beach. His man-eating dog just wants some sun. I do feel good that Kate lived. I don't get why I don't end this episode with Chloe, actually. Sorry about Kate. I hope you're okay. This eclipse freaks me out. Let's find out what's going on together. Yeah, so do I, Entropy. It's very well chosen. I'm not so sure about some of the lyrics, but it's well chosen music. And I never really picked up on these binders being made before. Yeah, so that is a hell of an episode. I'm actually really sorry that I didn't get a chance to go through that the entire time. I mean, the highlight is the climax, obviously, the attempted suicide. I thought it was a really neat touch. You've never really, I mean, so you see the bloodied nose on Max before, but you've never seen it that brutal and during like a bullet time sort of setup. So I mean, obviously at kind of the emotional hinge of the entire episode, you also get to see the really intense sort of physical response that Max is having to the abuse of her power. And then on top of that, you know, it removes the safety net that you have during your biggest moment, the part where you're trying to talk Kate off the ledge. Presumably there was something that I could have done with Nathan to give her, like, make her response to me a little warmer. My suspicion is that probably your behavior over the course of the episode, you know, the decision to pick up the phone and things like that, are ultimately what determines her decision to follow through with the suicide attempt or not. And in this case, I mean, this is a technique that goes back to Chrono Trigger, right? Where the outcome of the trial, you know, the number of people who will be on your side will depend on certain actions that you took at the beginning of the game. I thought it was really well done, and I'm not gonna lie, at least for me, like I definitely felt very invested in that moment, so it worked well. And I do actually need to say, like, one of my complaints about some of the Telltale games is that it really does feel like, you know, the death of a character really just determines, you know, whether or not they show up in the background in the final sequence. Like, it really doesn't feel like there's a whole lot at stake in certain characters living or dying. That one, I don't know, like I was invested in whether or not Kate lived or died on that one. I don't know how much that's going to affect the remaining 3 episodes. It is 5 episodes in this game, right? But yeah, I thought it was, there's 2 things. Like, so this is the big payoff to the end of the episode. So I suppose even if you don't care that much for Kate, because I can see people who don't like her, you know, an overly Christian character, you know, preaching abstinence and then, you know, engaging in some form of hypocrisy. You know, whether or not somebody wants to buy the story about drugs, or you know, maybe they just don't want to put that much effort into into the consequences of their ratting out Nathan or something like that. Like, I can sort of see in some situations where people might find Kate unlikable. I do. Like, I felt bad for her, and I thought it was a nice little payoff to the episode. So again, it's kind of funny because these games with a very heavy narrative focus can definitely feel like a sequence of kind of clicking moments just to keep, give you at least a little bit of interactivity to keep you from just, watching an undercooked animated movie. But I think this one definitely showed some innovation. It definitely showed some progress in terms of making me invested in it. Again, I don't really know how much this... I mean, so far as we know, this is the only Life is Strange series. I know it says Season 1, but I haven't heard anything about Season 2. And, at this point, it sort of seems like all of these decisions are going to be what ultimately sort of bears on the following, on the concluding episodes. I guess it's too early to say how much of this stuff really matters, but I don't know. For me, I've played a couple of Telltale things. I don't think... I mean, again, okay, like, the Telltale games really require no introduction, right? They're very popular. They're very successful. I really like The Wolf Among Us. I haven't played The Walking Dead yet, but they're good. I just think in some cases the choice is overstated in some cases. It could also be the case in here, but at least, the big difference that I'll say is that I don't have an equivalent of the attempted suicide by Kate in any other comparable game, in any other game in this kind of genre. And I think, again, I don't know what's going to be coming into the rest of the series, but I'd say after episode 2, I'm definitely very invested in terms of seeing the design of this game and how they've sort of pushed this narrative, this narrative style forward. So, all right, let me just take a quick here. So, sorry, I missed a little bit at the top, but we've got talk about Chapter 1. Time Bandit Code, if you're still around, thank you very much for stopping by. If I missed you, hopefully you get to hear this on the VOD, but I have a very good sleep. I got the warmest response possible, as far as you know, from Kate, you mean. Thought you heard Alt J in the soundtrack. I really don't know that many band names. 5 episodes. Hey, Armor87. Announced a season 2, but that's about it. Probably won't come out next year, or probably won't come out until next year. You're welcome for playing game. This was a good episode 2. I will be buying episode 3. Oh wait, I already own it. Oh, cool. Okay, what have we got here? So I told Kate to go to the police. 33% said, wow. 67 decided to go cautious. Okay. 80% answered Kate's call. 20% didn't answer Kate's call. That makes sense to me because, I mean, Chloe's being a little selfish on this one, where she's, it's just like, I need your attention 24/7. 53% tried to shoot Frank. 47 didn't try to shoot Frank. That's interesting. I mean, I also think probably some people are making some decisions in terms of the type of person that Max is. There's a side of me that says that Max is not the kind of person who would actually take the shot. Hello, Pumpin' Echo. Great to see you again. 64% saved Kate's life. 36% couldn't. Really interesting phrasing there as well. I suspect probably if people could save her life, you'd see a much higher percentage. I'm actually very surprised at the number of people who decided to go for Nathan. I'd be very interested too. So the one thing I regret about this is that you can't sort of see the conditional expectations of these. So you can't see like the number of people who had already committed some kind of accusation against Nathan, whether or not they're more inclined to blame Nathan. There's a side of me that thinks that the people just don't care about the threatening messages, but it'd sort of be interesting to see if the people who maybe didn't do something against Nathan first now have decided to vote against him because he's a problem, or is it just that, he's obviously a bad guy, and so, we're playing a game which has 5 episodes. I know he can't kill me until episode 5, right? Something like that. Thanks, Kate. What else have we got here? So Zentropy says, you think they'd like to make a season 2, but nothing official yet. Don't Nod is currently working on a vampire game set in Victorian London called Vampire, due in 2017. Okay. They announced that they were making a season 2, but won't follow any of the season 1 characters. That's interesting. So we were actually talking about that at the beginning. where it seems like if you have no season 1 characters, you have a little bit more, you know, the destiny of certain characters is a little bit more uncertain now. Phantom Klepto loves watching Telltale style games, but you never buy one yourself. That's really interesting, actually. So I always thought I wasn't good at the Telltale format because I don't have a cam. And as a result, you know, there's only so much I can do. By the way, guys, you'll notice, like, I really didn't mock this game nearly as much as I did in episode 1. I think part of that's the strength of the storytelling. I had a lot more. And I mean, I did ramble a whole lot about gaming on Linux or Mac. But I think the other thing, too, is that this definitely had a little bit more... It had a few more emotional peaks. And so... you know, I maybe wasn't quite able to, you know, to be my normal pest. I mean, obviously, I had a lot of fun with the save Chloe moment. I'm kind of curious if you could actually solve that in the first run of the train. All right, let's take a look at how my friends did this. So, God damn it, shame! Who are my friends who own this game? All right, Ewok Fuzzy Nut, Jesse Quill, El Canoe, Bear Walkin', I don't even know how to pronounce that symbol, W. Shand, Clara, Miss Ariella, Benny, hey, my cousin, Tony Loran, and Balamania. Shame on all of you. Well, at least the 70% of you who told her not to go to the police. 100% answered Kate's call. We already kind of talked about how that seems to be a fairly obvious. I mean, again, somebody who's going through a personal tragedy and your friend who is impatient for your attention, that's really not a choice, in my opinion. So it kind of looks like maybe a little more polarization, but it seems like, oh wait, no, we do have a difference. So 40% tried to shoot Frank. 60% of my friends didn't try to shoot Frank. So I guess I have a bunch of wimps for friends. 80% saved Kate, so better. I guess the majority of my friends have empathy, and the 20% are just autistic. And 100% blame Nathan because he's a scumbag. The other method could probably be done fast. Oh, so there's multiple methods. That's interesting. But yeah, to your point, Phantom Klepto, I don't necessarily think the least popular thing I have ever streamed on my channel has actually been The Wolf Among Us. I think it's the last time I've had 0 viewers on a game. So oh wow, that doesn't show us anything at all. Neat. All right, guys, I'd really love to do episode 3, but I wanted to make sure that I finished episode 2 and we could start episode 3 sort of clean. So I'm just going to do a quick check here. I'm going to let oh, that's really neat that they changed the background. I'm sorry to do this to you guys. I'm just going to quickly tab out. I need to double check something here. All right, guys, I actually need to go to the bathroom before anything. I might have to wrap up for the night. But I want to double check on something here. It's mostly just regarding the status of a certain project that I'm working on. But if anything, I need to go to the bathroom. Hey, Room Broder, good to see you again. And if nothing else, I'm going to make sure that you get that I get you in touch with somebody for a good host. So I'm going to take a very, very short break. I'm going to see what we can get. And I think maybe we'll do some Stellaris if I have some time to do some more streaming, okay? But like I said, either way, there's going to be something. Either it's going to be, I'm going to make sure there's a good channel that you guys can get hosted to, or we're going to play a new game called Stellaris. We're done with Life is Strange for tonight, and I will let you know as soon as I can. I just, the Force is with me, so I gotta go. See you in a bit. No, let's, we can do better. chat. Come on. All right. Enjoy the music while I'm off. Hello again, chat. Let me slightly adjust my break screen again. All right. Just while I sort of wrap up this part of this stream, I just thought I should check with you. What did you guys think of the episode? So what we've got here. The background changes every chapter, sometimes subtly, sometimes much more obvious like this. Mecha Fanboy liked the Wolf Among Us backstory and world building, but you didn't love the storytelling in Chapter 5. Rather, you felt that the arguments lacked conviction in some of the later episodes. The start was very strong. You absolutely loved Chapter 1. Satan Could Beat Up Jesus never finished The Wolf Among Us, got through to Chapter 3. And Zentropy, you've enjoyed the Telltale games you've played, Wolf Among Us and both seasons of The Walking Dead, but not nearly as much as you've enjoyed Life is Strange. One thing that you think gets a little old with the Telltale is the time limits on responses and all the quick time events. I think that's actually a very good argument, Zentropy, and I didn't actually realize in Life is Strange, I don't feel like there's been a time-sensitive element. I like that because obviously I spend a lot of time talking about stuff, talking about things that I like in the game. So, I guess the biggest thing is that if you're going to make a very narrative-focused game, you sort of want to... I mean, I think you want to... I think it makes sense to just go all in on it, right? Tell your story, tell something that is about the people. I'm not entirely sure, you know, adding this challenge of like, oh hey, you gotta click the mouse soon enough, otherwise you lose, really adds anything extra to the experience. So, like a fanboy felt that Life is Strange in general was a very strong story. Some parts might be the absolute best, but there's no such thing as an absolute best in this genre, you think, only strong stories. Well, I mean, it's kind of like saying, you know, what's your, you know, which of the following movies sucks? Like Casablanca, Lawrence of Arabia, and Doctor Strangelove. Like, they're three of the best movies ever made. So it's very hard to turn around and say, you know... Oh yeah, well, you know, oh god, I don't even know what I mean, Kubrick's my favorite filmmaker. I couldn't put Doctor Strangelove at the bottom of that list. Lawrence of Arabia is an amazing movie too. But I think Casablanca is possibly one of the best movies ever made. I mean, I don't think I have a ranking for that. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do is, there's definitely some people who just joined on the stream, and I think I have enough in me to do a little bit more streaming. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the, I think I'm going to take the opportunity. I'm going to shut down the stream very briefly. This is just so I can change the title and make sure that the VODs are clean. And then we're going to be back to play some Stellaris, which is the new Paradox game. It's a kind of space grand strategy. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I know this is going to make me lose a couple of my hosts, but I think this is not a bad way of just sort of properly... It'll make the VODs a little bit better. So I will see you guys on the other side. Won't be a moment.